going on, everybody out in YouTube land, and welcome back to a new episode of GBA. In this video, I kind of wanted to start a new series on the channel because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a little while now. I just haven't never got around to it. But basically, I want to start a series where I talk about, different things in the video game world, whether it be, systems that are coming out or how I feel about certain subjects in the video game world. And I just want to express my views on it. And in the comments section, I would love for you guys to tell me what your views on all these questions are as well. Maybe just have a little bit of a conversation piece. So that's basically what these videos are going to be. They're going to be conversation pieces. Because sometimes, I see things that I want to talk about, so why not talk about it, I guess. So in today's video, the subject that I'm going to talk about is, do you want video games in your collection that aren't of the best quality, or do you want video games in your collection that are near perfect and complete? This subject really is interesting to me for many, many different reasons, and my personal take on it is I don't really mind if a game is not in perfect shape as long as I pay accordingly for it. So basically in this video I'm going to focus on some of the higher price games in my collection that have quality issues and tell you guys why I purchased them with quality issues. And also we're going to look at some CD based games that came disc only and what I do with those as well. So yeah guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's show you some Super Nintendo games to start with. So the Super Nintendo games aren't anything too crazy expensive, but I did get good deals on these because of the quality. The first one I wanted to show you is Contra 3: The Alien Wars. It might be kind of hard for you guys to see some of the quality issues on the video too, but the label is not in great shape. But yeah, I mean, the main reason why I picked this up is because I got this for $12. I'm kind of unsure what this game is going for in good condition on eBay. I wouldn't be shocked if it's not a $40 game or so. But with the condition issues, I had no problem paying $12 for this. It plays great. And, I figured why not? And like I said, it doesn't bother me at all to have a game like this in my collection. One thing that I do try to get though, and I'll show some examples of how I did not get that here in a minute, but the end label, like where it says what the game is, I really do like to be able to read that in most cases. The front label, I don't really care if there's rips or, fading or anything like that, but I do like to be able to read what the game title is. But yeah, so Contra 3: The Alien Wars is the first game that I wanted to show you guys. Next up is Street Fighter Alpha 2 on the Super Nintendo. So once again, if you guys look at the top of the label, you can see some of the, rips in there and stuff like that. Once again, the front, like where it shows the title of the game, that doesn't look too awful bad, but you can see some wear on there as well. And the back sticker is not in the best of shape at all, which the back sticker is what I care about the absolute least. But yeah, I hope you guys can see that like tear in the top of the label there. Once again, I really don't know what Street Fighter Alpha 2 is going for. I probably should have researched that. I'll put like the price in the video if I can find it on price charting or whatnot. But I got this game for $18. So once again, I got this game and I know it's worth more than $18 for a decent price with the labelware. And once again, I have no problem having a game like this in my collection. And this is one that I wanted for a long time. I just did not feel like paying the going price for it. So yeah, Street Fighter Alpha 2 on Super Nintendo. Once again, I hope you guys can see that. And last up on Super Nintendo, I basically got 3 games for each system to show you guys. We have Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Once again, not the most expensive game in the world. I know this one's going for, over $30. I'm pretty positive of it. And if you look at this one, the label is faded and it's kind of tore up a little bit. You can still read the spine, which is something that I'm usually trying to go for. But this one even has the writing on the front of the cart. Yeah, you know, some people will try to get the writing off of these carts, but to me it kind of adds some history to the game. I really don't mind writing on the carts, to be honest with you. I know a lot of people do, and it's pretty easy to get this stuff off if I really wanted to. It's just not that important to me. But yeah, you know, Yoshi's Island, I got this game for $10. So I thought that was pretty much a steal for this game. Yeah, so don't have no problem having this quality in my collection for $10. Alright, so moving over to regular NES games. Once again, you know, if I can get these for decent deals, I don't really look at the quality all that much. The first game I'm going to show you is Adventure Island 3. So if you look at this, you can see there's some wear on the top of the label right there, if you guys can see that. Plus this has, you know, a sticker going across the bottom there. And then on the back, it has the Blockbuster stickers and writing on it. But you know, once again, this is a really fun game and one that I really wanted in the collection. I'm sure a lot of you are aware that I'm going for a complete NES set. So, you know, to get this game for literally half, if not more, of what it's worth is definitely cool in my opinion. Once again, I'm not sure what this game's going for. I think it's going for over $50, but I got this for $22. So to me, that was a great deal on the game and, you know, a good discount for the damage on the game. So yeah, Adventure Island 3 on the NES. So, you know, not too bad. Alright, so next up for the NES, we have Gun Knack. So yeah, I mean, Gun Knack here, it's not in terrible shape. I'll be the first to admit that. And if you look at the top of the spine of the label there, you can see where it's peeling and stuff. But, you know, most people don't really care about that too much. You can still read what the game is, and it's still in decent shape. You know, the sticker is coming up, so that kind of sucks. And, you know, the label has some scratching on it and stuff. The back of the cart doesn't look that bad. But yeah, I mean, you know, Gun Knack is a really fun shooter on the NES. It might be my favorite one on the NES. I'm not really, you know, so sure about that. I hate saying what my favorite games are because I like so many of them. And I just love the cover art on this game where you're shooting giant carrots. You can't really beat that. But yeah, you know, Gun Knack, really, really good game. This game's going for over $200 on eBay. And I had to pay up for this one. I think I paid $165 for this game. But, you know, for the little bit of damage on the actual label, I figured that was a really, really good discount to get about, you know, $40 off what it was going for at the time or more. But yeah, Gun Knack on the NES, you know, it was a game I wanted to add, so I picked it up for a decent deal. And I can live with the sticker peeling up. So last up, I'm going to show you an NES game that is in not so hot a shape. And to be honest with you, this is the one I really am least thrilled that I bought. But, you know, once you hear the price, then you're probably going to know why I did it. So we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters on the NES. So yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to be able to see the damage on this label really well. Now, you can still see most of the artwork on the cartridge, so that is a positive. Most of the sticker is still there. But the part that really sucks about this game is if you look at the top of the spine there, I mean, it's gone. You can absolutely not read what game this is. So, I mean, you know, honestly, when I was looking at the pictures, they didn't have a picture of the top of the spine there. So if they would have, I don't know if I would have bought this game. I was kind of hoping that the top would be intact. But, you know, obviously I should have automatically guessed that it wouldn't because of the top of the label being all messed up. I don't really know what happens to this label because it's not missing. It's all still there. It's just, you know, gone. But yeah, and on the back you've got like some stickers on there and stuff like that. But you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters, I think this game goes for about $140 if I remember correctly. And you know, this is I think this is the best fighting game on the NES. I absolutely love this game. I would rather play the NES version than the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis versions. But you know, that's just me. If you guys haven't played this, you need to try to get a chance to play it somehow, even if it's on the emulator, which is really fun. I play it on my arcade machine all the time. But yeah, Tournament Fighters. Once again, you know, this game is roughly $140 or so. And I got this game for $65. And that was with free shipping. And you know, it works fine. I put it in my NES, no problem, in my top loader. It runs on my clone system as well. So yeah, $65, about half of the value. You know, once again, it's not the best looking game, and I don't know if I would have bought it if I would have seen like the total damage on the top. But you know, for $65, I'm happy to add this to the collection, and I picked this one up really recently. So yeah, I'm happy to have it, and let me know what you guys think about that. Have you guys played this game? Do you like it as much as I do? Because this is a fun game. So those are basically the carts that I wanted to show you guys, and I wanted to talk about like prices that I got them for and why I bought them and stuff like that. So next up, I wanted to show a CD-based system if I could. So basically what I did is I picked Sega CD. So basically these Sega CD games are loose disc only. I bought them knowing they were loose disc only, and for most of them I got them for at least half the retail price of a complete in-box game, sometimes more than half off. And one of the things I wanted to show you guys is what I do when I get loose disc games, how I make them presentable on my shelf. So yeah, I don't like having loose discs, but if I can get them for super cheap, I have no problem buying them. And what I'll do is I'll just get a standard DVD case and I'll print out some artwork, and it looks decent on the shelf. I might actually take a picture of my Sega CD games so you guys can see how they look with the complete in-box games. But yeah, so if I could reach down here and grab this. So what I do is I usually go on eBay or somewhere like that, and I buy some, oh, it almost fell. And I buy DVDs. So this is a stack of DVDs. It is the same movie, I guess. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what this movie is, but these are all brand new. So they're still in the plastic and everything. So, you know, when you use them, they'll look really nice, and, you know, they're not damaged. So, and if you can see that, you can see that they're still sealed. So yeah, that's the first step, is I usually go online. I bought this box of these DVDs. There was 30 in the case. So automatically right there, I've got 30 DVD cases. So then the second part that I do is if you go online, there's a website, I think it's called The Cover Project, if I remember correctly, and they have a lot of the artwork for video games on that website, and you know, they print out to fit standard DVD cases just perfectly. You can also print off cartridge-based artwork as well. But, you know, Cover Project is a great website, and I use it often, but the problem with Cover Project is they don't have every single game that you possibly can get. Certain systems, they do have more artwork than others. Sega CD, they tend to have every single game that I look for, so that's always fun because I love collecting for the Sega CD. But yeah, if Cover Project does not have the artwork, what I'll do is I'll do a Google image search, and sometimes I have to resize it myself, and sometimes it's not the best quality. If I can remember, I might show you one of those games in a picture format, like I'll put it on the video or something. I don't even know if I could find one, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's not the best option, but it's still better than having a loose disc. Because like I said, you know, I want to be able to read what it is. I want to be able to put it on the shelf. I would never sell these games complete. You know, if I ever sold them, I would sell them as loose disc games. I would let people know that these are reproduction cases. That's the only problem that I have with reproduction artwork or labels or anything like that, is if you choose to try to get something over on somebody and sell them as a complete game. But yeah, let me show you the 3 games that I picked out from my collection, and I'll tell you the prices, and we'll go from there. And this is a good chance for you guys to see how good the artwork from Cover Project looks. So the first game here is BC Racers on the Sega CD. So yeah, BC Racers, it came out on multiple systems around this time. I know it was on most of the 16-bit systems, and it might have been on like Jaguar or 3DO, I can't really remember. But if I open up the DVD case, you'll see that's the disc in there. And you know, it is a real Sega CD disc, and this is actually one of those DVDs that I took all the artwork out of, and I changed it for this BC Racers artwork in the Sega CD game. But, you know, BC Racers, I can't really remember what this game is going for complete. It's over $100. I do know that. So, basically, I picked up this loose disc for 30 bucks. So, yeah, you know, at $30 for the disc, I figured this is a game I'm not going to play a whole lot, but it is more fun than people give it credit for, to be honest. Let me know if you guys have played it and if you like it down below. But yeah, for 30 bucks you know, I didn't want to pay over $100 for this complete. So getting the loose disc, printing out some artwork, and setting on my shelf is definitely better than paying over 100 bucks for this game. So next up are 2 games that I might have actually paid full retail price if they were complete, because these are actually fun games on the Sega CD, but you know, I couldn't turn down deals when I found them. So first up on Sega CD, we have RoboAlist. So yeah, and you know, if you guys take a look, you can see how good a quality this artwork is. You know, it's pretty, you know, pretty clear and, you know, in high quality. So yeah, I really like that. But, you know, RoboAlist, if you guys haven't played this, this is basically a shooter, and it's kind of like a spiritual sequel to Musha on the Sega CD, on the Sega Genesis, I'm sorry. This is the Sega CD game. But if you guys ever played Musha and you like that game, that's a very expensive game for the Sega Genesis. RoboAlist is definitely a game for you. This one has great artwork. It has awesome music in it. It's hard as crap. I mean, this game is super tough. So you definitely need to be good at shooters if you want to play this for a long time. But yeah, RoboAlist, this game complete, I don't know, $150 or so. And I got this loose disc for $39. So yeah, I mean, for $39, that's like a third of the price of this complete. So I definitely went with the loose disc there and printed out the artwork for it. And I'm happy to have it. Like I said, if I would have found this complete for a decent price before I got the loose disc, I probably would have gotten this game complete because this is a great game. Play it if you guys get a chance. So the last game I'm going to show you in this video is Demolition Man on the Sega CD. So yeah, I mean, once again, you know, printed out artwork, a loose disc only game in the collection. But yeah, you know, Demolition Man, it's another one of those Sega CD games that are actual games. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys know, a lot of Sega CD games have that full motion video feel to them. But, you know, when you can find a real game on the Sega CD, there are actually quite a good bit of them. And they're a lot of fun. But, you know, Demolition Man, that's a really good game for the Sega CD. And I got this one pretty recently too. And I'm happy to add it. And, you know, it looks good on the shelf with the other ones like this. But yeah, Demolition Man on the Sega CD, I got this for 40 bucks. And once again, I'm not sure what it goes for, but it's over a $100 game complete. So getting it half off, you know, I figured that was a great deal. But yeah, Demolition Man on the Sega CD. So yeah, those are the 9 games that I wanted to show from my collection. And, you know, show the quality issues or if they were loose disc only. And, you know, just give you guys my opinion on, like, why I get games like that for my collection. And, you know, what kind of advantages come from it. You know, like I said, I can have a little bit of quality issues if I'm getting a great price. But if you're going to pay close to retail, you definitely need to get a game in great condition. And trust me, I've got some expensive games in my collection that are in near perfect condition. It goes both ways. But yeah, that's my opinions on the subject. I would love to hear you guys' opinions down below in the comments. Let me know if you guys have any games that have quality issues in your collection. Or are you somebody that loves having great condition games and you would never have games like this in your collection? I would love to hear y'all's opinions, and I would love to have a conversation about it. But yeah, guys, so I think I'm going to probably end the video here. But first, I'm going to thank you so much for watching this episode of GBA. If you haven't, please like, comment, subscribe. It would help me out tremendously. If you guys know anybody who might like this kind of content, please share the video. I'm always looking to grow this channel a little bit. But guys, I think I'm going to go play some games, maybe open up some boxes, try to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you do too. So until next time, everyone, I'll see you later.